It's about the music tonight.
Center for perfume on Saturnalia. Lady Babylon will never fail ya. They do the makeup, ketchup on bacon, making a fool for the duels. Sympathy for the devil, on the level. If you're coming through, bring the big bag of dope. Cult of the crow, super rhymes, they float. The truth vibrates at a specific frequency. Like a witch I fly, you can see me drifting. Puffin' purple law in the cutty. Cool and easy, napalm in the morning. Fresh rhymes all the time, the Sheik of Babylon. Horse riding, the swordsman.
Welcome back to Lady Babylon. This is another Christing. Another Christing for you. And I know, listen, my beloved congregation, listen to me. I know your sufferings. I know how high the insanity meter is turned up. Oh, God. Up it goes. Whoop. Erase the insanity. Oh, God, people. So what do you need? Oh, first of all, you need something that's a break. You need something that's a break. I'm thinking ahead. I brought you a gift tonight. Oh, and we are going to consume her. Oh, did he say what I think he did? Yes, communion awaits. Communion awaits, satanic congregation, tonight. Tonight. And after... Are we dead? Oh, the mic went out? Oh, okay. Mic went out? Refresh. Sorry, people. Hit it, Chewy. People, we're back, and now I have to stand way in the back of the kitchen. Oh my God, come up a little bit. All right. People, look, I'll put myself right here. Boop. Fantastic. Now, people, what I need you to know tonight, after we feast on our communion, and I want you to love it, right? I want you to love it, baby. That's why I brought it for you tonight. I brought it for you, just for you, satanic congregation. After we feast on our communion, we'll go right away into Medea, the first Christ. And I will show you some things that no one has seen. People don't read. People can't use this language because of its difficulty. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? Because of Mother Greek's sexiness. Mother Greek. Can we see Mother Greek? You didn't bring Mother Greek tonight? Oh, God. We have to have a moment of silence. Okay, there we go. Fantastic, Chewy. Not fantastic, but let's keep going, right? People, let's start off with just something delicious. Shall we look at something delicious? Chewy, can you just start that TikTok? Can you just show the TikTok, please? People, I want you to pay attention for a couple of minutes to this. Go ahead. Okay, I'll be quiet.
Christ, and that her name is the same across multiple languages, and that she was associated with drug use. Amon is claiming that Medea was the first Christos, Christ, and that her name is the same across multiple languages, and that she was associated with drug use, which supposedly ties her to Christos, Christ, in the Greek. It's an interesting claim, but it's also completely false. Not only do the linguistics support this, but neither do the historical sources or Greek mythology itself on Medea. So where is Amon getting this from? And is there any actual evidence that connects Medea to Christos? Let's dive in and break it down.
May I ask just an obvious question? What is tattooed on your head?
Oh, my. Okay. We'll stop there for now. Just to give you a look at the lovely communion I've brought for you tonight, right? You're loving it already. I know you are, Joey. Show us how much the congregation is loving it. I want to hear their voice tonight, right? Speak truth to power. You know what I did today, people? I hung around with a bunch of dead guitarists. I hung around today with, which I'm going to show you in a minute, with the dude who invented the guitar solo. That's right. That's right. All of you musicians, all of you out there, bow to the one who brought you the guitar solo. Oh, God. I love these people. So anyway, I've been hanging out with them. And it's done a lot of good for my brain. I have to admit, people. Okay, it's done a lot of good for me. Are you ready? Can we just look, before we get to this communion, I want to kind of tease you. Just let that sit. Just let that sit on your mind. And we'll come back to it. But Chewy, can you show me the very first slide of mine? Thank you. Now, the next one probably. Yeah. No, probably the next one. Oh, God, what did we do? Go back to the first. No, not even close. What a reckoning of disorganization. My God, man. There. Okay, people, there we go. Go ahead and take a look, right? Take a look at this beautiful, gorgeous Greek about this incredible guitar player named Thamouras. Right? And what did this guy do? Well, right, he invented the Dorian mode. Now, for those of you, now, he's credited, people. Let's just put it that way. He's credited with the Dorian. All right? Fine. Who is he? He's a fellow student of Orpheus. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? This is fantastic. So this is Sophocles' fragments from a play about him, right? And what kind of words, people? I want to jump to the bottom. Can you blow this one up, Chewy? Down there, people. Let's just jump to this one. Can everybody who's taking ancient Greek, can you please pronounce this? Right? Cannabis. Is that what I think it is? It is. What's this guitar player doing? Unfortunately, the fragment is just the word. We don't have any idea about what kind of context it was in. Oh, God, it could have been really cool. Look at Erechthonius is there. Hey, for the people who are out doing the documentary, working hard, right? Here's Erechthonius. Pay attention. Okay, blow it out, people. Couple other things. I want you to realize there's 6 or 7 guitars mentioned just in these fragments. Do you understand? Okay? Fantastic. Now let's go back and see. Now, people, I want you to think of what this person is doing. We need her bio. What is her name and what is she doing? Because she's talking about my work and research, right? She's talking about the muse's voice here. Let's blow her up and see who she is. Blow her up, too. I can't see her. Where are my newfangled glasses, bruh? I need to start wearing these, but I look like I have saucers in my... Dr. John Lewis Sutherland is an award-winning author, fantastic scholar, speaker, educator, specializing in Old Testament and ancient Near Eastern studies, theological anthropology, and philosophy. She owns a PhD with high distinction in Bible exposition. I didn't even know that you could get that. An MDiv, that's a Master of Divinity. Now, I used to have Master of Divinity students, so I know exactly what those are, right? They're not philologists. In Christian apologetics and a BS in theology and religion. Currently faculty, adjunct faculty, Liberty University. Do you understand? Her work bridges the study of ancient texts. Okay, pull it down. People, you maybe just blow that, put her picture up there so people can. There we go. Okay. This is Dr. Sutherland, Dr. Sutherland, who is refuting what I am bringing to you. Okay, I want you to recognize that within the first 30 seconds of what you and I just heard, I can diagnose already the level of Greek that this person has. And it's 0. This person doesn't read Greek text. Remember the back alley, people? I told you, right? Now, for those of you out there in Satanic Congregation, I want to take a poll. Chewy, I want the poll to be, who is going to go in the back alley with Dr. Sutherland? Who's going to go in the back alley? Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's keep playing the... What's that? Yeah, you can set up the poll, but start playing the clip for us from the TikTok. Look, I'm telling Chewy, we gotta bring it, baby. We gotta bring that producing power. Go ahead. Yes, go ahead. Skip that.
Before we even compare Medea to Christ, let's establish who Medea was in Greek mythology. Medea was a sorceress from Colchis, known for her knowledge of magic and potions. She was the granddaughter of Helios, the sun god. Her story is centered around deception, revenge, and murder, particularly in Euripides' Medea, that's dated 431 BCE. Now compare that to Jesus Christ. Jesus in the Gospels. Jesus taught love, forgiveness, and self-sacrifice, not vengeance. His role as Christos, or the Anointed One, comes from Jewish messianic prophecy, not Greek magic. Jesus was an actual historical figure, whereas Medea is purely mythological. Already we have a category era comparing Greek mythology and a sorceress to the Jewish Meshiachs.
Okay, so she's fumbling a bit with the script, right? She sounds like she got some Wikipedia in there. Sounds like she's coming up with some ideas, but the problem is she doesn't actually read ancient Greek. She doesn't actually read ancient Greek. People, don't let them take you in the back alley unless they can work the evidence, the primary evidence. Let me remind you what the very great Dr. John Scarborough told me. very first day. Forget the secondaries. What you need are the primary sources. That's it. You mean I shouldn't read all the secondary scholarship on what Professor Hoo-Ha says about? No. You need the sources themselves, people. You need the sources themselves. Now notice the narrative that's injected, right? It's the anointing. Do you hear it, people? People in comments do this all the time. People who are not part of Satanic Congregation, right? They do this in the comments all the time. They'll say, Mashiach and blah, blah. This is the anointing. I'm going to show you through Medea what a Christ and what Christing are. Okay? And I'm going to show you the historical reality of Medea. Right? Right? It's Ammon, Medea. Do you understand? Fantastic. We're going to do it through the sources, just woven together. Just woven together, because it gets my goat. When somebody steps forward, and says things that you people are going to have to say, oh, okay, well, it sounds like she knows what she's talking about. Do you understand? This is street craft, street fare. You've come from people buying your books to people looking at sources who can actually work the sources. And it's scary, and all the fakers, run, fakers, run. People see through it. You people, you see through it. I'm reading your letters to me. I'm reading your letters, and I'm overwhelmed with goodness. I'm overwhelmed. We're considering doing a satanic congregation, maybe on a Sunday, where I talk about content specifically, without naming names and things like that, because I don't want to do that. But I want you people to see who are the other people that are connected with us. So fantastic. Love that. Thank you for not giving a contribution, because you couldn't even if you tried. Right? Why? Why are we all here? People, I'll show you why we're here. Let's take a little bit more of our communion. Now, if for those of you who are hungry for soul, go ahead. Come on up. Come on up. Let's listen to what she's got to say. Go ahead.
Messiah. But Ammon takes it even further. He comes up Medea's name, and her use of drugs connect her to Christ. So let's fact check that. Ammon implies.
No, I don't. Do you see? Okay, let's stop right there. I am not connecting the etymology of the Medea with Christ. She is the earliest figure of history that we have who was known to be Christed and to Christ. Okay, simple language. If this Dr. Sutherland actually read ancient Greek, she would see that all over the sources. And that's why the classicists run too, because they know I'm not BSing. What are they going to do? Say, oh no, he's just friggin' translating ancient sources, bruh. Do you understand? What are the Harvard people going to do? And they'll be afraid. They'll be like, dude, I'm afraid. He's going to pick some source that's scary. Do you see how at the highest level of human performance within classical philology, do you see how there's such respect for the language that you create a fear, a divine fear in people? You want to go toe to toe with me on ancient Greek sources? You know, as a classicist, how difficult these sources can be, how technical. You know the hapax legomena that are these inventions of the minds of their authors. These things are difficult to grasp, and it requires a lot of exercise, years and years and years of exercise. When Danny Jones first asked Wes Huff to be in the arena with yours truly, when he first asked him, he said he didn't have time to prep. Didn't have time to prep. Right? Too busy. Let me tell you something. You cannot prep. If you are not prepped now, that's it. We're done. Right? Unless you invent a time machine, put yourself in it, right? And prep and go forward. I don't care. What kind of, did you put that up? No, you didn't. Was it? Go ahead, put that up. Okay. Right. The technical term is bullshittery. I love that. Look, somebody's making a hapax here. Right? Look, here it is. It doesn't occur. You and I, Satanic Congregation, we don't know about this word, right? Well, now we do. Somebody can quote this. Right? A quote by Adam. Fantastic. Fantastic. She's got, right. It's theology, people. They're not trained. They're not philologists. They're not trained in the language. They can't read these texts. They don't know, right? I'm going to show you a text tonight that's going to completely confound, right, all of them, all of the biblical and theological scholars, all of them, could just blow their minds. What is this, Dr. M? Are you exposing? Yes, the truth. Jesus was a pedo and sex trafficker. It all makes sense now, right? With his company, a dude who was executed. I've been trying to ask people, you know, one of the things you're saying in your messages to me is, hey, I'm talking about this to other people, and they usually do this or that, or, you know, something breaks loose. You know what I mean? How do I go about doing it? You know, you can ask simple questions like, why was Jesus crucified after he was arrested with a naked kid in a public park with a bandage on his hoo-ha? Right? You can just ask them. Jesus was crucified. Jesus was crucified. I have been showing you glimpses of a divinity with whom I am personally in love. Oh, God. If I told you she got arrested in a public park with a naked kid and crucified, would you ask me? You know, you may want to rethink, people. You may want to rethink. Now, we don't have all the information, so that's okay. That's why we're here, giving it, just feeding it out to people, right? Love it. Give me some more of her. She's hilarious. Let's hear what she says.
That the name Medea is somehow linguistically linked to Christos.
Okay.
And this is completely false.
Okay. Stop one more time. Everybody realizes that that is not what I have ever said. I have never said that. She is the first person Christing and Christed that we have an account for. Right? Fantastic. Earliest historically. That's why it's late Bronze Age, people. It's a late Bronze Age anchor. It's gorgeous. Fantastic. Oh, God. So look, she didn't even understand what's going on. And by the way, people, notice that she keeps saying Christos. When you are going to be taken into the back alley, you'll be hearing this. Christos, Christos, Christos. That is not the word. It's Christos. It is not a kappa. It's a he from Chrio. Do you understand? The very fact that that is tripping you up shows me that you are not accessing these texts. You cannot read ancient Greek. I guarantee this person has no access to these sources. So everything that she's saying, she's about to tell you about the derivation of Medea's name. Listen to this. It's amazing. Just give it. Oh God, the bullshittery.
The name Medea comes from the Greek root meidos, meaning cunning, planning, or scheming. It has no connection to Chrio, which means to anoint, the root of Christos. Chrio is the root of Christos. Here's etymological evidence. The earliest Greek sources to Medea's name links it to cleverness and deception, not anointing, not a messiahship, and certainly not to Jesus. Christos has a completely separate linguistic origin related to ritual anointing and the Hebrew tradition of the Messiah.
I'm pretty sure that's AI. I'm pretty sure she's reading an AI response, right? She's confusing a lot of things, just throwing a mishmash into there of a whole lot of things, right? Talking about the derivation. We'll look at the derivation of Medea's name, right? And it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. You know how it's so much more gorgeous that Medea is the light compared to this doctor's darkness. Medea is the beauty that is this doctor's lies, because she is lying about what she doesn't know. She doesn't know how to translate ancient Greek. People, they've been getting away with this for, centuries, century after century after century. Do you know the worst place to learn? A seminary. I had to go into a seminary and whip it into shape so that people were saying, Jesus, what's going on with your seminarians? They're coming out with Greek. Yeah. It's what the Pope told me to do. Says it in his big book. They shall learn ancient Greek. Love it. Love it. This is gorgeous. I can't. People, start soul sucking. Do you understand me? Throw yourself in there. Give me put their comments up. Keep going.
So Amon's first error is a false etymological fallacy. He's linking two words that have no historical connection. So also, was Medea's actions and healing linked to Jesus? No. Medea is often described as using potions, herbs, and poisons. But was she a healer in the way that Jesus was? Absolutely not. Medea's medicine is always associated with deception and murder. She tricks King Peleus' daughters into killing him by pretending.
Okay, people. Medea's magic. Deception. Do you know what Medea means? It means to work skillfully with your mind. It means to be ahead of everybody else because of your skill. Oh, God. Oh, God. Do you see who doesn't have a skill? Medea's skill in comparison with Dr. Oh, my God. It is a joke. It is a joke, people. Oh my God. This is amazing. And is it just me, or is there a certain kind of braggadocio going on here? A very self-confident, or she's very confident in the AI that she's using. And you know how she lists herself? She lists herself as an apologist. Do you see, people, how this is the same back alley? So you and I will avoid this back alley by just immunizing ourselves with some sources. We'll just look at some. You want to see whether Medea was associated with Christing? Do you want to see it? Right? This person doesn't know the Medusa. Right? She doesn't understand how Greek words work and how consonants are stems that are tuned with vowels. She doesn't understand. Do you remember the guy with the guitar? She doesn't hang around with this guy with the guitar, right? Ancient dead people, baby. The more you're with them, the more you see through the bullshit. Bullshittery and bullshitism. Give me the net. I can't take it anymore. It's doing something to my better instincts. People, did you get people at Satanic Congregation? What did you think? Put up the survey. Are you going in the back alley? Are you going to listen? Right? Right? This is Liberty University's finest, people. Liberty University's finest, but this is not atypical. Universities that have Bible studies programs, they don't have classical philologists that work in them. They don't. Why not? Right? Oh, that's an interesting comment. She is without a muse. Right? Exactly. It's very uninspiring what she says. As a matter of fact, if you go to her website, the first thing you'll see is buy my book. I mean, literally, that's what it says at the top of the page. Right? That's what you want. Okay. Now, one thing she said was Medea's kind of medicine. What this person doesn't even know. And this is how I took down Wes Huff as well in that response that I gave, because he told Jogan that there were no hospitals in antiquity, right? And this woman is saying Medea was like using drugs to kill, right? And deception, trickery, right? Oh my God. She doesn't realize that there were hospitals, even in Italy, that were there in dedication to Medea, who was so good with her drug craft that she was able to heal people who had been bitten by lethal snakes. Look at the brightness of Medea's true achievement in comparison with what this person would bring to you to get something from you. This is what the universities that have Bible studies programs are packed with. It is not education. It is re-education. Oh, God. Was Julian the apostate correct or what, people? Now, let's just look at a ton of sources that will not only surprise you and further you down the path of understanding what these mystery cults, like Christianity and Judaism, what they were doing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you Medea. I'm going to show you Medea and Christing. I hope everybody, she needs and you, right? Hey, that's the best suggestion, Matt. Hey, Dr. Oh, God. What's her name again? How rude. Sutherland. Why can't I remember? Like Kiefer Sutherland. You know what I mean? Don Sutherland. Dr. Sutherland. Dr. Sutherland, I suggest you get an intensive ancient Greek textbook and just consider taking a little dive into it, and then spend 35 years, Dr. Sutherland, reading the Bible and the Septuagint and ancient texts that have to do with tragedy and comedy and history and medicine and cult. What do you think? What do you think? Then you should come on and you should say something like that. But what is the really interesting thing here is people keep telling me, and I keep getting little bits back, and maybe Satanic Congregation, you can tell me too. But it's pretty much my understanding that we have made a huge impact. And they are running. They are running to find some kind of explanation. All they can do is just plaster stuff over for now. And I get email from people who are in the middle of this struggle. I think my monism may be shit. You said this and that, and I checked. People, we're really bringing an opening of awareness and consciousness. This is a waking up. This is a resurrection. And the stuff that I'm seeing that people are saying to me, by the way, I love it when the stuff gets personal and you tell me you're this or that. This is your skill. That's your skill, right? This is your education. This is your art that you do, right? And then you give me a description of what brought you to this point and how you feel. And, God, that stuff is so humbling. That stuff is so humbling. I think we should talk about it up front on Satanic Congregation. Let me know, people, if that's also a good idea for you. Okay, now give me a text, dude. Oh my God, I've been running my mouth for 30 minutes, people. Go back to that one. People, I want to show you some music terminology. I want to show you some music terminology that is going to guide us into the cult. It's going to guide us. This is absolutely gorgeous. People, look, fragment 238. Pectai delurai kai magatides taten helesi Soan a tumele. Oh God, what does that say? Look, people, these are pectai lurai are finely worked lyres. Now, these pectai can also be their own form of Lydian guitar, right? Lydian. Oh God, people. Hold on. Now, what are the makatides? Oh God, these are the things that are like the 20-stringed instruments. 20 strings. Imagine now. Those 20 strings are supposedly divided up into eighths or something, right? Oh God, Pythagoras. I never did well listening to Pythagoras. I was like, dude, I can't keep up with him. But it's all into the eighths. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you want to see what that means? 1, 2, 3, 4. Somebody out there, Satanic Congregation, does somebody know what that means? 1, 2, 3, 4. Paging you from the cult. Anybody with vision? Anybody with vision know what 1, 2, 3, 4 is? Bum, bum, bum. I gave you a hint. I told you the time traveler who came up with it. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, but you're supposed to be looking at comments, Chewy. How can you see Chewy sitting here? Come on. Let's see. Timing. I suppose, that's relevant. Yeah, riff. Oh, I like that. I like that riffing. Nice. What is that one? Tempo? Somebody said tempo. 4x4 beat. That's a good guess, too. 4x4 beat. No, I mean, it sounds like it to me. Orpheus and octaves. Yes. That's nice. That's not the answer. That's not the answer, but it's nice, right? Look at what we're doing. We're like a bunch of musical physicists, right? Trying to figure a measure. Who's the nerd who said that? Oh, God, a measure. I'm going to have to consider that. Right? I don't know, Chewy. I don't know. A chord? We're going to look at some chords. Are you ready to look at some chords? Oh, could that be what it is? Look, all the musicians are fighting. What is the 1, 2, 3, 4? A heartbeat. Nope, it's not a heartbeat. It's not a heartbeat. Think. What would you find out in a cave? Harmony. No, it's not. What would you find out in a cave? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 3 is 6, plus 4 is 10. This is the musical physics of the cosmos. Welcome to Pythagorean Physics 101. Oh, God. Now, people, it gets crazy from there, and I can't follow it. You know, I'm like, one of those classes. Did you ever have a class where you're just sitting there with, right? No, that was me. Right? That's me with Pythagoras. I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. Now, on the sexy side of Pythagoras is the magic that gave him all of the ideas that he got from these people who called themselves the followers of the Medea. The Medes. You want to talk about the derivation of a woman's name? Talk about the people who changed their ethnic identity to match her name, the Medes. You think Medea is a figure of mythology? You think you just wrote off an entire 1,000-year history? Bronze Age, you just wrote off the Bronze Age, this person did. Why? Because they believe in something called Bible times that don't exist. Medea is so real that an entire ethnic group took her name so that she could be their queen, so that she could be their queen, so that she could lead them in the mystery, so that she could Christ them. And up comes Dr. Sutherland out of a pit of ignorance with a blowhard, braggadocious approach that betrays and belies this, oh God, the same time, this elusive ignorance, this cunning desire for cash. Buy my books. Fantastic. Right, people? You just don't get it, dude. I've looked at these sources. I look at them all the time. While you're sitting around slinging your sword to video, I'm reading these sources, bruh. I'm unbeatable. I'm unbeatable. And that's what the devil guaranteed me. Complete and total invulnerability. Just a devastating invulnerability. And what must I do in return? What must I do in return? I must protect the song. I must guard Mother Greek. I must remain faithful to the Virgin on the hill. Do you understand the echidnaic priesthood? Oh, God. Where do we keep the song? We keep it on the fleece that is hanging in the tree that sits in the grove of the god of war. Do you want to take it? Oh, baby, we own the Bible. I'm hanging that up right next to her song. Ooh, love it. Give me the next source. Give me the next source. The communion tonight made me a little bit queasy or gassy or something. I don't know. So giving me a bad taste in my mouth, right? Now, people, there's another. Hang on. No, we're not even We're not even started on this thing. People, look at the yellow. Look at the yellow. And I want you to see that you've got the word xoon there, xoon, right? What do you have there? Another instrument. You say, no, wait a minute. I know this word. I've seen it all over the place. It means, it's very famous. This word is very famous, right? The xoon was the idol, the image in wood that carried the power of the god. You mean that was a guitar? Let me say it again. It's the image in wood that carries that power of the god. Oh, God. You mean these people are... People, did you know that Medea, I'm going to reveal to you something tonight, a couple of things. First of all, there is something called the purple. And you say, Amen, you're nuts. You've been telling us that for three years. Right? No, there is something called the purple that is a guitar. A very famous guitar played by a very famous woman. An historical woman by the name of Medea. Do you want to see the historical reality of Medea that outshines the historical reality of you and I and this Dr. Sutherland and Jesus? They built an Odeon, a place for music, right next to the place where the king's daughter jumped into the well on fire with the poison that Medea had Christed on her robes and crown. She thought it would save her life, but it didn't. She died. Do you know what they built? What they built around this place? The Odeon. Okay. Give me some sources that show Medea's brilliance. There was a monument there, people. Look at this thing. The xoon. Bring it back to you. People, what is this thing? Remember I told you it's the very famous image, right? The God's image itself, right? Look, there it is. Image carved of wood. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, God, image, statue, especially of a God. And then there's the musical instrument. Do you know how God was revealed? Do you know how God, Zeus, came into existence? He came into existence through music. Through music. This is the physics of the seen and the unseen. We all good? Fantastic. Give me some sources. Give me some sources, people. Go back to the guitar, though first. Yep. People, another couple of terms I just want you to see in these fragments, because we're hanging around with guitarists, you know what I mean? Right? There's the Pectidon, another one. That's the Lydian guitar, I believe. Then there's the regular one, right? People, how did Erechthonius sneak in there? Right? Does anybody remember Erechthonius? Does anybody remember that this is all part of the echidnaic priesthood? Don't forget it. Give me the next slide. People. Oh, there it is. Okay. Look at the rest of the fragments. It's on the next slide, Chewy. People, right at the top, 243. For some reason, they're talking about cannabis. Okay? Now, for those of you who are musicians, particularly of metal, particularly of metal. I want you to realize that there is some thrashing going on here. Regnus Hrusoldeton Keras. Oh, people, you need those 2 crossbars. You need those horns of gold, baby. You got to thrash that harmony of the string-stretched lyre, the chordotonic lyre, the philosophy that is behind the thinking of these people who are writing this is that stretching of those strings, those guitar strings, is a perfect representation of life, and that the artist can bring that out. And that the really good artist can tap in to that voice of that chained muse and release her. Oh, God. Who are these priestesses? Do you mean these are rock and roll priestesses who are thrashing? They're thrashing the strings, people. You didn't know that there were thrashers in antiquity, right? You didn't know. Did you know? Did you know you had ancestors who thrashed those strings? Oh, God. Love it. Love it. Give me the next one. People, here's the pectus, the stringed, look, sorry, it's got to come up over here, right? Stop bringing her up, man. It's like, pectus, the stringed instrument used by the Lydians, right? And it's, by the way, people, it's played with the finger, not the plectron. So those of you with picks, those of you thrashing metalheads, right? You're picking your finger, baby. You're picking your finger. You going to play like a Lydian? You're not going to use your pick. Do you understand? Now, I don't know if that corresponds for all you genius rock stars out there. I don't know if this corresponds to anything like the Lydian mode. Does it somehow? I don't know. But you figure it out, right? These are your people, I'm telling you. Somebody wrote a very nice note a couple of episodes ago and said, I'm a musician, and you've opened up a whole connection with me for the, with these people who are also musicians. One of these guys, one of these guitar players, Marcius, is what is he doing? He's bringing free speech. He's bringing free speech to the Mediterranean. Not kidding you. All of these gems that you hold to be so important for your democracy, right? All of these gems come from these guitarists. Oh, God. Why, people? Because they start out naturally with the physics. It's inborn. The basis of education is inborn in the musician. Right? It's not like the rest of us. We have to learn it and put it together. That music is doing that for them. Oh, God. Why didn't we? Somebody should have hit me over the head with something when I was bad on my upbringing of those who have nurtured me as a child for not bringing me to the holy electric guitar. Shame on you. And it's not the flute, people. For all you flautists out there, I'm sorry. I know people are like, you got to be positive, not be negative. No. If you're a flautist, fuck off, right? Because this is all about the tension and the strings. And that magic is there. The magic is not in tweet deedly do. The magic is in the string. I'm just telling you that because they said that, right? Fantastic. Boy, can you see who ruled? It was the smarties. It was the musicians, right? Imagine people making your instruments. These things are famous. They call gods. They call Apollo. Do you know what his name is? His name is the golden guitar. Apollo of the golden guitar. Do we have an Apollo of the golden guitar? There's one. Look, the oracle's watching him. Right? Why? Because that's his chorus, baby. Right? That's how he gets that. He opens that portal for her to be able to step in and take that frequency to the people. Boom. That's how it works. Absolutely gorgeous. You know, you could do this today. You could revive it. You could bring back initiation through the physics of the music. Oh, God. Wouldn't that be gorgeous, people? You love it. You know you do. Give me the next source. Let's just fly. I've got people. Look, here's some nummy num. Right? Here's some nummy num. Let me tell you about the Limnian women. Let me tell you about the Limnian women. Now, take it down for a minute. The story goes, right? The story goes. Everybody knows, because we all say in Greek, we have an expression, right? That's a Limnian thing. It means that you must have massacred a bunch of people or something. I mean, it's like the worst thing you can do, right? Think it's what the Limnians did. It's like genocide. Genocide. Wait a minute. Where's Mr. Rogers? Did we say genocide? I think there was some more genocide today, wasn't there? Was it yesterday? Bring it up. We just learned about it, people. Did you know there's more genocide? For those of you who are studying genocide, go ahead. Go ahead. Yep, go ahead. People, it's still going on. The genocide is still going on, and we are still watching it. The blood, guilt, people. I'm telling you, the prophet warns people. The prophet warns people. Why? Because I know what's coming. I take it down. I can't. Chewy, there's only so much sorrow I can take at one moment. That was a father and daughter. Bring up the last slide that we were looking at. What did the Limnian women do? They slaughtered their families. They killed their husbands and their sons in their beds. Do you know how they were able to do this? Well, let me tell you something. The reason they did do it is because, it has to do with, slaves getting in between things and causing problems. Okay? Do you understand? This is not the first time this has happened in the Mediterranean. Do you understand? It's a bunch of freaking traffickers around, right? Hold you captive. Odysseus, right? None of what you're about to see in Odysseus will be the actual Odysseus. I'm sorry. Right? How can he say that? Right? For the same reason I can show you Dr. Sutherland and show you this. She has no idea what she's talking about any of it. Right? There were no hospitals in antiquity, says Westhoff. Really? Really? Oh my God. What kind of false world do you believe in? It's amazing. Absolutely amazing, people. That's why we need the museum. That's why we need it, so we can keep people educated. We can educate. Dr. Sutherland, go take my course. I didn't make it through very far yet, and I have to finish. But you'll get the pace after about 4 units. You'll understand, and boom, you'll be able to teach yourself. Now, it's going to be difficult and different from what you're usually doing, right? But you can do it. You can do it. If you want to make the effort, you can do it. Okay, bring up the text. People, so what did these Limnian women kill all the dudes for? It's because they were messing around with dudettes that weren't their wives, right? You know what I mean? Something that everybody was getting used to. They had to be reminded, so they killed them off. And what happened to these women, man? These women stank. Pull it down. They stank. You mean like PU? Like PU? Like I can't get close to you. The odor coming from you is unbearable. I highly recommend you go find a witch who knows what the hell she's doing. Right? Gorgons. Do you know what they compared the Limnian women to? They said they were acting as Gorgons. Now, that is the traditional account handed down in numerous sources. But here, what I've brought you is somebody from antiquity saying, you know what? This is what's happening here that we don't understand. Go ahead, bring it up. Same passage. Yep. People, I'm going to translate it to you, right? So these deus osmus, these foul-smelling Limnian women are there, right? They say that they became stinky when Medea arrived with Jason and imported all the drugs to the island, right? Lemnos is an island, right? And with time, especially in these days in which they say Medea was present, that's when they became so stinky that nobody could come close to them, period. That's what the text says. Do you understand what is going on? Do you understand the echidnaic priesthood? If not, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you its use, its activity by the very first founder, the one who came up with the mystery. The only reason that you or any theologian or any Christian or any Jew or any Muslim, any monist is talking about mystery is because of this woman, Medea. Because the mystery is particular to her body, which is the producer of the communion of her flesh and blood. That communion is our salvation. I am telling you, its efficacy, its gospel. Do you understand, people? Oh my God, does this person actually? No, right? What did the devil tell me? He said, look, I'm sending you in. And I was like, dude, this is a lot of tide. First of all, it's a lot of history to stand against. It's a lot of tradition to stand against. You know, it's a lot, man. I'm going, he's like, no. He's like, it's not going to be a problem. I'm like, are you kidding me? Yeah. You want me to bring them? And he said, look, just settle down. He said, it's because of the sun. There's sunstorms and stuff like that right now. He said it would interrupt the communication tonight. So my apologies, but that's what the universe is doing. It's not my fault. Are you ready? Did I just blame nature? I did. Oh man, it's going to have some snapback or something. You know what I mean? All right. Give me that source. Get the next one. Give me the next source. People, let's go look at some beauty. Just come with me. Let's just skip through the beauty. Are you ready? Oh, look, here's Medea. And what's going on? This is a water source in Susa where Medea has poisoned it with caustic drugs. She put them into the fountain, right? What is this thing producing? Well, first of all, it's guarded by the locals because it's super cool, right? It says Togar Christinta. When you take this water and you Christ something with it, what happens? Right? It draws the flame. It draws the flame, people. It draws the flame. Okay, now, and it was protected by the locals, right? This is a big deal. These Scythians, they don't, right? They're all mobile. They're a mobile horse culture around the Black Sea in the Bronze Age. Mobile horse cultures. but they also take care of their resources, the land. They manicure it, right? Oh, humans can't come here. They'll screw things up. So look, there's some, get them, right? And what do? What do? You capture them and you use them for experiments because you're Medea, that Bronze Age queen who rules with her mind, her skillful mind. Can you believe that? And by the way, there's no male equivalent of this. There's no male equivalent. Right? That's why it's a girl on the Acropolis. Do you understand? And not a boy. Oh, God. By the way, people, I just want to take a really short break to tell you what I found. Yeah, I hope you brought a picture of this. Yeah. I found a text. I'm not kidding you. I found a text, where Jesus turns into a beautiful boy. He turns into a beautiful boy so that he can accompany the followers of Jesus. Do you understand? Oh, God. Okay, I'm going to translate some of this thing to you next time, and I don't know, it may bring up in you some kind of vomitus, but it's coming. I just want to let you know that's a preview of what's coming. Bring me the text back, people. There's some really good stuff here. Let me just capture it quick for the people. Right? Okay, next. Yep, go ahead and give me the next one. Check this out, people. Look at this. You're not going to find this anywhere else, right? Who is this? This is Dionysius Schizobrachian. Oh, God. Change. Okay, nope. You are John Smith from now on. You're a grammarian from the 2nd BC, right? So this guy's freaking educated, dog, right? This guy's freaking educated. What's he talking about Medea? Well, look at this. He's talking about Medea here in the yellow. You can see her name. And he's talking about Christing. He's talking about Christing. What's this episode? This is when her children bring that Christed garment and crown to Glauce, who bursts into flames. Boom! Right? Bursts into flames. Now, how did she do this? People, I told you she's been working with the drugs. Christing something is not a difficult process for her. You understand? She's refined. Think of the brilliance here. She's living up to her name here. I understand why they called her name. She's taking this substance, which we will find out is some kind of compound that's got petroleum stuff in it, from tar and stuff like that, right? Combustible stuff, right? Now, the deal is it looks like water. It pours like water. And you would think it was water, but it will coat a surface. And if that surface that's coated gets close to an open flame, it'll burst into flames. It doesn't have to be touching it. They said it draws the flame to It's because the material is too hot. It's too hot. She puts it on this crown, right? Thing bursts into flames on this kid's head, burns into her scalp. The Greek Navy will use this later. They take her to her creation and they turn it into a weapon, right? I mean, it was still, she was using it as a weapon, but, right, this was against the very people. You can't, I don't know, man. I don't know. When you get betrayed at a certain level, there has to be things taught for the universe to be rectified. You have to be given something in return. You know, the forces that be in the universe. It's just like this genocide. Don't bring it up, but it's just like this genocide that we're watching happen right now. Right? We're watching it unfold. You know that there is a force that is unfolding behind it. And this force is a force of vengeance. This is a force of rectification, a force of justice, a force of shame for those who would perpetuate, support, and pay for genocide. And that includes us, my fellow Americans. That includes us. Oh, God. Do you think that this stuff is just made up? No, people, they were trying to explain. The Greeks were trying to show us. These are the natural forces of the universe, bub. Oh, God. Give me the next one. Let's do some sexy Mother Greek again. Yeah, that's fine. Mm-hmm. Right. So look, people, more Christing. Look, I'll just flash up a couple real quick. More Medea, more Christing, people. Here's more drugs. Right. These are the gifts. We're talking about the gifts of Medea again. This next one that are Christed. It's the same thing. I wanted to show you. They're talking about that all the way to like the 12th century. Right. I'm serious. Right. They're very concerned about preserving this knowledge. It's fantastic. Now, people, what else do the drugs of Medea do? Would you be surprised if I told you her drugs can cause you to enter into a state of psychosis? That's what this says. This says Medea has the power to put you in psychosis, mania, through those drugs, pharmakon. Yes. Good. Joey is spotting it. Fantastic. You see the mania? You see the mania. The Christing of Medea causes mania. Do you understand? When Jesus is with John and he's looking up, and, his baptism takes place, and all of a sudden he's seeing the Uranos opened. And nobody knows what that means because none of you know what Uranos is, except for Satanic Congregation. I'm talking about everybody else. When he sees that Uranos cracked open, he sees the invisible made visible, the aoratos. The mystery. It's lovely. Give me the next one. Next one. So somebody who's saying Medea isn't, first of all, not a historical person, isn't associated with, you can see just from this alone, right? Just continual, pound it over and over and over in the sources, right? What is this one for? Kai totes Medeas de pharmakon toiuton ein. You know, this is how the drug of Medea was. People, look at the yellow. There is something called the drug of Medea. Totes Medeas pharmakon. The drug of Medea. Who are the people? What kind of procedures are they doing when they're using these drugs? They are Christing. And what are these things made of? People, look here. Asphaltu. Does anybody see the origin of asphalt in English? Asphaltu. Right. Asphaltu. I told you they're using these petroleum products from tar and stuff like that, right? Causing all this loveliness. This says it draws. You can take the fire of like a light or a lamp post or something, right? A torch, and it will spread to Medea's fire, the drug of Medea. It will spread to it. Did you know they didn't just Christ this? Right? They also consumed it. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? People, if I told you the stuff that they consumed, oh my God, you would think. Now, I'm not saying roadkill, right? Medea never ate roadkill, right? No. But I'm saying the stuff they put in their drug concoctions was absolutely, it's just like, some of it's like, dude, that's just straight up poison, bro. Right? Well, used in a certain amount with other drugs to balance it, that gets you this result that you're looking for. Right? In this case, it makes the person crazy. Crazy. Isn't that interesting? So the woman who Christs herself for the first time, and carries around the vessel in which we create the vapor that causes us to enter into the Bacchic mania. She's the one who's doing this first. Why? Why? Because she knows what that purple is. She knows. Do you understand? She has been in that lightning. She has been in that lightning. Her echidnaic blood is energized by the lightning. People, strap on your scientific mind, because you're going to need it to keep up with what they're doing. Right? Mania. Why would you want to induce mania? Ask her why she would want to induce it in herself, and why it is that you would want to have a whole troop of 19 other women. In her case, it was 12, right? 12 other women screaming, running in unison through forests in the moonlight on drugs. Why would you want to do that as Maenads? Oh, you don't know what the Christing is. You don't know what it is. Imagine, people, a whole generation. Do you know what I've done? I've shown people. The theologians don't know what they're even talking about. They're terrible. They have no idea, and they're intentionally deceiving you. Do you understand? That's been going on for centuries. Now those theologians have stepped out into the mainstream, into the politics, into society's governance. And they are not related to the people who made the democracy in the first place. No, it's a theocracy. Monists always turn towards theocracy. Go back to Akhenaten, damn it. Akhenaten. Didn't people see that coming? Amen, what's that say? Amen, the pastors are crazy. Amen, the pastors are crazy. Are they? Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, Johnny. Let's hold that in our pockets. Isn't it amazing to watch them rip down everything that your fathers and grandmothers and great-grand uncles fought for? Isn't that something? Isn't that amazing? They don't want, no, monism does not want democracy, right? They don't want you. You are messed up. You are sinful. Do you understand? Do you want to see Jesus do some things as a little boy that's going to make you really, really sick? Do you want to see the guy that was arrested in a public park with a naked kid? Do you want to see him, Mark 14:51 and 52? Do you want to see what your Bible really says? Oh my God, people, they crucified him. You know, every time you go to a planet and they're holding up some dude or some guy with some symbol, and that symbol has something to do with some state crime he committed, chances are you don't have cults of justice, and you're in a bad place. Everybody's afraid, right? Can you feel the fear now? Oh, be careful. Be careful, right? Be careful. Tartarus is here. Jesus Christ, right? Give me the next thing. I'm going to show you some beauty. Yep. Let's just go to the next one. I want to show them some beauty. People, check this out. Let's do a couple more of these. Here's Galen for you. Did you know that Galen talks about Medea? Of course he does. Because Galen, and we'll go to the next one, because Galen is fantastically up on his drugs. Right? He's fantastically up on his drugs. He has to be. And he's got respect for her. Okay? He's got respect for her. He's not one of these people who says, oh, this mythological figure made this drug that I'm using now. on my patience. Do you understand how Dr. Sutherland's makeup world is really a Disney affair? Do you understand? It's just completely made up. We're going to do whatever it takes. Do you understand? We're going to do whatever it takes to make bank. That's how we sell a false reality to you. These texts are not a false reality. This is anthropology right in front of you. This is a 2nd century physician, namely Galen, talking about the drug of Medea. The drug. Whether or not it can be used and how it can be used and what does it do? It draws that thermatic principle, that heat conductive principle. People, it's amazing. I can't believe Dr. Sutherland would say something so uninformed, uneducated, and unfamiliar with evidence, dog. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's pure ignorance, right? It's pure ignorance. And I'm glad that you are getting to see it, exposed so that you don't get drawn in. This is what their greatest biblical scholars can do. People, go ahead. I want you to read this with me as you go along. The Greek is not remarkable here, but I wanted you to see in English that I'm not making this up. Okay, watch what happens. Let's read this together, shall we? Fantastic. As you go along another road from the marketplace, which leads to Sicyon, you can see right on the right of the road a temple and bronze image of Apollo. Okay. And a little further on a well called the Well of Glauce. Into this, they say, she threw herself in the belief that the water would be a cure for the drugs of Medea. Above this well has been built what is called what, people? An odeum, a music hall. That's odd. Beside which is the tomb of her children. Their names were Murmurous and Fairies, and they are said to have been stoned to death by the Corinthians owing to the gifts which legend says they brought to Glauce. Do you understand? The people of Corinth had a plague, and they sent, right after they killed the children of Medea, because she didn't, they did. They had a plague. Historically, they had an historical plague. And they went to the historical oracle. And they asked her, what do we do? And she said, listen, you idiots, you killed Medea's children. Curse on you and plague until you build a monument to them and acknowledge what you've done. Do you see the power of nemesis that is behind the death of the innocent? Do you see the power of nemesis to strip you of your justice? Yeah. Right. Yeah, thank you, Thomas Hall. Right, very good. Right, you mean she had children? Right, of course. You mean she was involved with kings in the area that very famously everybody knew? You mean there were epics of Medea before there were epics of Odysseus? Yes. Did you know those epics of Medea were models for the epic of Odysseus? Do you understand? It makes sense now why Odysseus is crying on beaches all the time. Right, we've already been introduced to the world. We already know who Medea is. And they worship her where she goes because of what she does. She brings medicine. What people, every time somebody comes up against us, they make some great flaw that's the muse's way of just kicking their feet out from under them. Right? Do you know what is in that root? Medicine is in that root. That skill is the skill of medicine. She is a pharmakis. Do you understand? No, because you don't read the language. You don't read it. And now you look silly, just like DuckTales, Dan, just like Ermine, just like Ermine, right? Got on and in front of the whole country, in front of the whole world, showed that he could be schooled in Greek right on the spot when he's strutting around all arrogant. You know, if you watch somebody and their arrogance get taken down by themselves with the guiding hand of the muse, you know it's intentional and purposeful. Your ignorance, your lies, your disingenuousness is exposed. Don't you love the apocalypse? Don't you love it? Oh, God. They do. Okay, give me a little bit more. I want a little bit more. Just a little more Greek, because I know there's some tantalizing. Just throw one up there. I don't care which one. Just throw it up. Oh, God, this is that text, right? This is that text. Now, I wanted people to see the Odean, right? Right? What is that thing? What is that thing, right? Right? It's where the oide is. Go to the lexicon. I need to go to LSJ, and I want people to see this word. Oh, it's not. You didn't put it up here? Yeah, it's up there, isn't it? Nope. No, yeah, that's TLG. Okay, that's okay. Here, just bring up the Perseus lexicon while we're waiting. Fantastic. And where was my text? I forgot what I was looking up. Oh, yes. Okay, watch this, people. Where are we getting this word for theater? That Odean, where is it coming from? It's coming from this word right here in ancient Greek, which is absolutely gorgeous. And I want you to look at it. And I want you to notice. Oh, they can't see it. Blow it. Sorry. I want you to look at this word, and I just want you to treasure it for a minute. The musical. I want you to understand the musical element of what's going on here in the cult. Are you ready? This is a song, you know, an ode. But I want you to look at some of the Greek that's around it. I want you to notice that iachos is around it. Okay. I want you to notice that it's used kitharodike. Right? What is that kitharo doing there? What is that guitar player really doing? They are speaking truth to power. And that speaking truth to power is a chord, right? This is metonymy for chord, for string. It is the magic song or the spell. It is the magic song or the spell. This is a craft, people. You look at, somebody says witch to you, and you think something that's medieval. You think something that is monist influenced. You think it's an image that is from monism. It has nothing to do with what an actual witch is or does. And when you buy the monist grift, you totally shun, you look aside from the brilliance of what's going on. These women have created a craft that joins music with drugs in order to achieve certain states in people. Think of the brilliance of that. Think of it. You can tune people. Oh, God. For their own good. Why do you think they had hospitals for Medea? Why do you think they had temples to Medea? Right? Where you could go and get cures for serpent bites, snake bites. What do you think? Didn't we have a snake here? We had a serpent here. Give the serpent a voice. It's the next one, Chewy. It's the next one. And then I'm going to let people rest because I gave them a lot, man. Yeah, I think that's it. No, that's alien. Here she is again, Medea. Right? Oh, look, and we're talking about the drugs of the asps, right? The drugs of those vipers. Oh, God. And not only people, by the way, Medea becomes associated with both sides of the communion, of course, because it's hers, right? And they know that she's working on that thanasimon, right? That death inducer to bring you to the state where she can yank you back and you can have vision. Fantastic. It's in there. Give me the next one. Give me the next one. It's the mystery drugs, people. It's the ones that they're using in the mystery. I think it was one of these. No, next one. Same one. I want to give him the serpent. I want the serpent to speak. It's a fairly long one. Maybe that one. No, I just want to see, look, people, here it is again. We're talking about Medea, we're talking about drug, and we're talking about Christing right above it. Okay, we're back at her source at Susa, right? We're talking about this water that she's got. And we're comparing it to stuff that they find in Ethiopia and stuff like that too. Does that sound like myth to you, people? Does that sound like myth to you? Yeah, right? I don't know what the hell's wrong with people. Right? Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Now this is a nice little verse, right? This is late. It's the 15th century, but I want you to notice that even still then, we are still discussing the Christing that belongs to Medea and Circe. Okay? Okay? Do you understand? Next one. I think it was the next one. This is the voice of the serpent. I want to bring it to you tonight. This is our dessert for dinner. Okay? Give it to me. No, that's not it either. But here's the death inducer. Go to the next one. People, look, there's so many sources. These people just don't. When they say, oh, Medea has no connection to drugs and stuff like that, or Christing, do you see how many sources I've given you? I've drowned you. Oh, by the way, people, here's a treat, right? You know what this says? This is the purple phlox. This is that purple fire that comes in waves, rolls from that great act of the artisan God. Did you understand it? If you're an initiate, you're like, yep. You're like, yep, purple lightning. I know what that is. I know exactly what that is. God, give me the next. Yep. It's a big list, isn't it, to go through? Was that a fun? No, it's not. It's not. This is a fun course, though. People, here's the golden-lyred son of Zeus, right? Here's Apollo standing out with his golden lyre. Yeah, very famous, right? Because everybody knows you can't beat the master. The Son of God brings that golden guitar. Oh, look, here's another one. Aristophanes. We got another one, right, people? Oh my God. This is the end of that chorus, right? Do you see the oestrus, people? Do you see the oestrus? Remember what the oestrus is? What is it when you're bitten by the gadfly? You are Christed. Christing is the transference of the oestrus, right? You can do it with an arrow, right? You can do it with a Christing in your eyes, right? You can do it rectally if you want. They do it that way as well, right? Fantastic. Rectally or vaginally, they do the same thing. Thomas, is it Thomas? Yeah. Thomas gets, we still haven't found that great text, right? Thomas gets, here he is, meat man, people. You want him back, but remember, Thomas is in the middle of this. Now, people, as you're staring at meat man, he doesn't have skin because Jesus took it away from him for 3 years, gave it to him. It was divine, so he could wave it around and it would cause people to raise from the dead. Now, there's a lot of anthropology that you're not understanding. Okay, there's a lot of anthropology. So don't just brush it off and say meat man is a figment of my imagination, right? Right? I imagine meat man. Hello, meat man. It's good to see you. God, how could you? Would you give him a hug? Would you be like, Thomas? What did you call? Nobody called him meat man, right? They called him Thomas, right? Or the twin, right? He was Jesus's twin. That's what the text says, right? Didymus, and like your testicles, they're twins. They're yeah. Anyway, Didymoy, right? Anyway, the twins. It's just how they talked about it. Would you give him a kiss? Would you give meat man a kiss? I'd give him a big kiss right on the front of his mouth, just to surprise him. You know what I mean? I think I could do it. Don't you? You could do it. Nope. Could you lick his forehead? It would taste like a hamburger, I'll bet you. You know what I mean? You could, seriously, people, you could really get the flesh. Eat of my flesh. You know why he's already running? He's, in all these pictures, he's running. He's always running. Did you ever wonder why Meat Man's running? God, he looks delicious. You know what I mean? Yeah, eat my flesh, baby. Right? What if you just walked up and like took a chunk? You're just like, give me. Okay. Listen, people, do you understand why Jesus has to turn into handsome boys? That's what the text says, by the way. Right? Very handsome. Because Jesus isn't going to turn into an ugly kid. Right? Come on, man. Have some class, people. I've been waving something in your face that I didn't realize that you didn't see. Look at this word in Greek, hierophantes. Who is that? It's the hierophant. It's the one who teaches you the rites, right? That mystery is going to be brought to you by a hierophant. And I want you to see who in Greek are other hierophants. And here you can see Moses. Moses, the high priest, the Jewish high priest, right? Now, how can that be? Surely there's a Hebrew word for priest, right? Surely they have their own priesthoods with their own terminology. Nope, they do not, because it is invented. It is invented, backtracked from the Greek. They were already hierophants. The sect of rabbis who started Judaism in the 1st century BC and 1st century AD, those rabbis were constructing a language. They were taking the Greek and creating a language. Their people were already hierophants. Right? Do you understand? They're living in a world that is using the Greek and has been using the Greek for centuries. They already know what hierophants are. That's why Moses is a hierophant. Moses is more of a hierophant than any hierophant. How do you think they reached the voice? Did somebody just message me? My God, I thought I silenced that. Oh my God. That was the most awesome message. I would love to tell you about that message, but some things are just for me. Give me the next one. People, I'll tell you someday. No, I won't. Give it to me. There's much more. People, there's a couple. Where's the voice of the serpent? No. Give it to me. Keep going. It's the voice. These people are going to kill me. They need this. Right? Yeah, here we go. Oh, God. I'm so glad. Okay, we're with Thomas, people. We're with Meat Man, right? Now, Meat Man comes across, you can take it down because I got to tell him the backstory. Meat Man comes across a beautiful boy. Oh, God. Damn it. I knew that all the time. Stay away from him. Leave him alone. God, Humanus, leave the boys alone. Oh, God, leave him alone. Please. Please, they couldn't keep him away from Jesus. They had to, when they arrested him, they had to pull him apart from all his boys, one of which was naked. If you don't believe me, go read the Bible. People, give me. So here's the backstory. Don't give me the text. Give them the pictures if they need it. People, what happens? He's out and he comes across, Meat Man comes across a boy, right? And the boy is dead on the ground. And there's a snake there. And he's like, okay, Mr. Snake, what the hell happened? And Mr. Snake says, hey, dude, that little kid was taking advantage of another little kid. Wait, what? Yeah, he was taking advantage of her. So I waited for him and I killed him. Now here's the problem. Thomas is working within a system. Remember, he's already been sold by Jesus. This Acts of Thomas talks about him being sold by Jesus as a slave. The only thing written reference we have to Jesus ever writing anything down is in here, is in this Acts of Thomas, where it says Jesus wrote out a bill of sale for the apostle that he was selling. Right? He is involved. And he's pissed off. He's pissed off that this little beautiful boy is dead. And he commands the serpent to suck out the venom, to resurrect the child. And by the way, the child is purpled. Okay, people, all of you, your brains, I know, Satanic Congregation, how smart you people are. I know, because I read your email. A lot of you are good writers too, right? Oh, love it. Give me the passage. Thomas says, hey, what's your kind, brother? Right? Tell me about your seed. And he says to him, I am that herpetic of herpetic nature. I am that serpent of serpentine nature. I am the one. Oh, Bloptikos. Oh, you're going to get it, man. Do you know what the sting is? Do you understand? I am the son of that one. Right? Oh, God. He's going to go on to say who he is here, and it's going to scare you. It's going to scare you, brother. Do you understand me? It's going to scare you. Yeah, put me on. Put Serious Guy on, because this is going to scare us. Yeah, here's the power of the serpent and the serpent's son. Are you kidding me? No, this is absolutely gorgeous, right? Right? And by the way, this son of the serpent, this serpent of the devil, child of the devil, is a child of the one who rules. Do you understand me? The one who rules under Uranus. And right, plug that in. Plug that in. Let me keep going. Yes, it's coming up. It's coming up. Right. All right. He's the son. He says, Huios eimi. I am the son of that one that is wrapped around that zone, that girdle, that belt of the earth. I am the son of that one. Do you understand? Now, if you were here last time, you saw the theta and you saw this description elsewhere. Do you understand, people? None of the people that come out with refutation videos can get these sources. None of them do. They all could if they wanted to, right? And they knew Greek, they could access it, but they don't, and they can't. What else is the serpent? Let me see. The one that killed this boy. What else is he? Hu heura enketai toi idioi stomati. Right? Who is he? He's the one whose tail is in his own mouth. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Okay. Are you putting it together? Do you have eyes to see the invisible? Do you have eyes to see the invisible? Have I revealed the mystery enough to you that now you can put it all together? You have been initiated. Fantastic. Give me that text one more time. And let me just pick up. This guy, right? I am, right, the one who entered through the barrier into paradise. Kai meta ewas la lesas. And I spoke with Eve. Do you understand? I spoke with Eve. This is the serpent. on the pole, to which, if you look, you will have salvation. What I just quoted to you was the way of the Magus, the way of the Hierophant. You can hear it in the Bible because the Bible was written in Greek within this culture that understood mystery. Fantastic. Fantastic. It's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, give me the last one just to see if there was there. Yeah, give me the next one. There's a lot of stuff. I just didn't want to. I flew. I'm going to have to slow down and bring next time. Let's end on a note. Let's just see what I put in the end, the very end. People, just to catch up here, just to make you even more thrilled by the brilliance. Like, people, does that say Nea Nisku? Do we have to have all these boys around? What is going on? What is all this? People, look in the blue. Ho ios kai he chole. Ho ios kai he chole. That is your eos and your Kyle. Your eos and your Kyle. And you're going to look those up. You're going to remember that we've looked at them. And you're going to say, wait a minute, those both mean venom, snake venom. They do. They do, in fact. So here's something interesting. Here's two words that mean snake venom. They can't be the same thing. They're using them right next to each other. How can they mean the same thing? They can't. They can't. There has to be some nuance. Well, and it's big. The nuance is big here. The eos is what you put on your arrows. That is the prepared venom. It is a poison that carries those venoms. That is that eos. She is the goddess Iohaira because she pours out that poison. She sheds that poison. That is prepped poison. Right? Hole is not. Hole is what you and I would consider the poison or the toxin that you take or the venom that you take directly from the animal. Okay. There's a big difference. In the mines in antiquity, there's a big difference. Can you imagine, people? This is how much detail I've had to go into with these rites, with the mystery, with all of this Greek. This is the detail. Now, somebody is going to come along and is going to say, he doesn't know what he's doing. First of all, she says something that I never said. She just doesn't understand that Medea is the first Christed and the first Christer. She doesn't understand what that means because she doesn't read any of this stuff, people. What she is giving you is made up. You are being lied to. And this is a theme that I see over and over and over in your email. You just want the truth. You just want the reality. The reality is beginning to come through. If we can remain unsilenced, we can take this reality to the world. And as the world is forced to face that light of the real, you and I will have our victory already. People will stand back and they will see a Christ for exactly what it is. This is the bargain I made with the devil. It's very simple. You just walk in with the Greek. You let Mother Greek sing. Listen, Amen, said the devil. Listen, you don't have to do anything. You're there to protect her voice. Oh, God. It's unbeatable, people. It's unbeatable. You will see the end. You will see the Armageddon. You will see the end of monism. Mother Greek will bring it. Thank you for coming tonight. I'll see you on Friday for a traditional Friday evening, Lady Babylon. And We'll talk more about a satanic congregation where we can go over the particulars of your responses. What I want you to take home from tonight, what I really want you to take home from tonight, is that the music is alive. The music is more alive than you and I are. And there is a beauty. We're going to set up a place where we can listen to music right next to the place that they killed the children of she who brought us those strings. Oh, God. Somewhere out there in antiquity is the purple. Somewhere out there, the golden lyre can link with this purple and bring that voice again. Thank you for coming and listening to these dead people. Hail Satan.
Drugs in your eyes, drugs on your face, drugs in your hair, drugs to the taste. Golden spirals, mathematics, omnipresence, ionic. There's a reason why people like to get high when the darkness kisses you. Lucifer, bring the light. Medea the sorceress, bartending at the lounge, getting the concoctions right, mixing up something special for you. Tiki bar voodoo, Vampira coming through, making Doritos out of fools. Cora, Nemesis, Explorer.